So today's the next day. Yesterday we went to the last bookstore. I got a few books and then just read at home afterwards. I was able to read quite a lot of Catalan Street, which is a really good read. The way Mag de Szabo writes about her characters and the trauma of World War II on these characters that passed and the characters that are still around in the novel is breathtaking, honestly. Breathtaking, but also achingly beautiful. So far it's been a really good read. I do need to take little breaks here and there because it is really somber and really bleak at times, which makes sense because of the subject matter. It's something really sad. It's about the aftermath of World War II and the effects of the war on everyone, not just the ones who have lost their lives, but also the ones who survived it. But anyways, I wanted to share what I got at the last bookstore. If those of you who know about the last bookstore, you'll know that it's mostly a used bookstore. I think it's the biggest one in California. I don't know if they sell any new books actually, but anyways, they have a classic section and I've been really interested in reading more classics lately because the previous two books that I've read so far, Perfection and Girl, are good, but the books before that I didn't really enjoy it too much and they were contemporary fiction, so I wanted to dive back into classics because I think that classics are famous for a reason and they kind of stand the test of time. So I wanted to just go back into the classics. So I did a lot of research in choosing the 3 books that I ended up getting. They're authors or books that I've been thinking about picking up for a while now, so it was really nice to just find them in the used book section. The first book is September by Rosamund Pilcher, and I was actually looking for her other book called Winter Solstice, which was recommended by somebody online. They said that the Winter Solstice was really good and cozy, but they also said her other longer reads are really good too. So I picked up this one called September. Basically about a story of homecomings and heartbreaks, friendships, betrayals, forgiveness and love, taking place in Scotland. And I think that this book, even though it's not September anymore, it's very fitting of the season. So I want to read this before winter comes. The next book I got is a very famous book, Beloved by Toni Morrison. I believe I read this in high school. It might have been one of my required readings, but I didn't it was a really good book, but I feel like I didn't appreciate it as much as I would now as an adult. So I want to reread it, and it was great that I found a used copy. This is a 1988 copy. This book was published in 1987, so this copy is just a year after it was published. What was a great surprise too is when I was flipping through the pages, I found this vintage stamp, postal stamp I believe, but it looks like a bookmark of these beautiful ladies. So yeah, it was a little bonus. And then the last book I got is A Room with a View by E.M. Forster. And I've heard a lot about this book. It's basically about this British lady that goes on to a trip with her cousin in Italy. So I think it's gonna be an interesting book. We'll see though, because I really want to read all 3 of these books, but this book seems like a book that I should read in the summertime or vacation time because it's set in Florence, and the main character is going on vacation. So I feel like this might be a good read to read on vacation, but who knows? I feel like when it comes to me, I don't always read according to the season or the context or whatever. I try to, but I might just get really excited and want to read this during Christmas time. So we'll see. I'm really excited about these 3 books, and they're all beautiful in their own way, I would say. I definitely want to read this one after Catalan Street because it's still fall. So I feel like this would be a good one to read. And it's so compact. I feel like I can carry it everywhere. I think I'm going to read this next. We're at the park now. We had lunch at the market and Julian got pizza. I got a chicken Caesar wrap, which was really good. So now we're just chilling at the park. I mainly wanted to come here to just read outside and make some progress with the book I'm reading right now. I'm about halfway. I think I have like this much left, so I'm hoping to make some good progress with this book. What I've been doing lately is actually taking notes while I'm reading. So here you can see the notes that I've been taking. So I usually just read and just write down anything that is interesting to me. Yeah, so I try to just like take notes of like everything that's interesting in here so I can remember it. But this book has been really good. It's devastating, honestly, but it's really interesting. So I'm excited to make some progress on this. I brought my journal, but I don't know if I'll actually get to it. We got a few snacks from the market. I'm gonna wear my sunglasses. So got this chocolate with cocoa mousse filling, and then this one is with butter biscuit, so I'm excited. And then we also got a cheesecake to share later. So just gonna chill and do our own things and then reconvene and enjoy a little sweet treat. I am back from the mall. I don't know, malls generally kind of overwhelm me. If it's outside, it's better, but if it's indoors, there's just so much going on. So I quickly got to Bath and Body Works, picked a few things, and then went to pick up my Sephora stuff. And then I stopped by MAC as well because there were a few lipsticks that I was interested. So yeah, it was a quick trip. There was a sale at Bath and Body Works. There was the 3 wick candles were $10.95 each, so that was great. So I stocked up on a few candles for the holiday time, and then I got 2 hand soaps for our place because we are running out of hand soaps. So I thought I would just share what I got. Look at this, Bath and Body Works. Oh right, starting off with what I got for soaps. I got this one. It's fresh balsam. It smells like Christmas trees. And then this one is Santa's milk and cookies. It's very like cozy vanilla. I love it. And then I want to share all the candles I got. This one is the chocolate one, hot cocoa and cream. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so excited. It's that one. And then I got, what's this one? Under the Christmas Tree. I just love these sorts of scents in the Christmas time, like the Christmas tree. What is that called? I actually don't even know what is. I don't know. Is there an actual name for Christmas trees? I'm sure there is, but I just know Christmas tree. Anyways, it smells like Christmas tree, and I love it. And then the third candle I got is Santa's milk and cookies. It just smells so good. Like, I just want to bathe in it. So I got these 3 and 2 hand soaps. And then I mentioned that I went to Sephora also because I picked up a few things. There was a Sephora collection sale, and I think it was 30% off. I could be wrong, but I wanted to pick up two things that I've been thinking about, and then my friend also helped me order a few things, but that's not getting delivered until a few days later. So I'll show what I got once I get them in the mail, but I wanted to share the ones that I picked up from Sephora collection now. They're very minimal. It's just like two things. I picked up this brush because I don't have a blush brush. I've been kind of in a crazy phase for blushes. Okay, pretty good. Very fluffy. So I'm excited for this. So this is the Sephora color I got. It is in the shade 02 XXL Nude. So I'm just gonna try it on. Ooh, I like this little. All right, let me just put that on. Wait. Okay, I love it. Great purchase. Hello, so it's a different day, and I thought I'd share the remaining things that I got from Sephora. Just three small things. I'm actually wearing the blush that I got. It's from Patrick Ta, and the shade, not too much. I thought it was very pretty. It's very natural. I've been using this one. I haven't used this one as much, but I'll try it out. I think it will be very pretty together, layered, and then also separately. And then I just replenished my NARS concealer. I haven't been gravitating towards this as much because I've been using the Glow BB cream. I've been using it every day if I'm going outside. And I don't really need high coverage. Like, this is, well, more than enough for me. But if I want to not use BB cream, I think I will be using this. And then I got the Rhode lip liner. I have the blush and I liked it. I've heard good things about this lip liner. This is the type of color that it is. I have a lot of like nude, brown colors that I feel like this lip liner would look better. And it also kind of loosely matches my lip color. It's not super jarring. So I feel like it's like kind of a nice color to have when I'm pairing like darker colors. So those three are the things that I got from Sephora, other than the two things that I've already mentioned. I want to also give a quick reading update. So I finished this book, Catalan Street, which I mentioned was recommended by Melissa on YouTube and TikTok, I guess. And I really, really loved it. It's such an amazing book with really, really good writing. It is super tragic because of the material that it's dealing with. It's about three families in pre and post Budapest during the World War II era. So as you can imagine, it is very heavy stuff, but the writing was really, really amazing. I love books that go into the psyche of each of the characters. This book did it perfectly. They were able to create these really layered characters with very complex emotions and behaviors. In the beginning of the book, you see them as they are now, and then they kind of go back in time, and so you see all the different things that happened to these characters for them to turn out the way they are when we first meet them in the book. I really, really enjoyed this book. It made a profound impact on me, and I just can't stop thinking about it, basically. But it is really sad. I've had to take breaks in between to just like breathe and think about happy thoughts and then go back in. I'm reading this book and I'm excited. I'm using this little bookmark. Well, it's not really a bookmark, but I was at the park and one of these leaves fell into my book. So I was like, okay, great. I will use you as a bookmark. And it's actually really nice. How pretty, look how pretty. I just thought it was funny because it literally can just camouflage on the book cover, but I thought it was fun. I've been using this as a little bookmark to read my September books. I will keep you posted on how this book goes, and I will most likely be bringing this book on my trip that I'm going to in 2 weeks. So very excited about that. And yeah, that's it. Hope everybody has a great day and a good reading week.